This grilling season, don't just fire up the barbecue. Elevate it with meats from around the globe, delivered straight to your door by the Butcher Shop Direct. They're not your average butcher. Butcher Shop Direct sources premium cuts from over 5 continents: Argentina, Japan, New Zealand, Spain, the US, and right here in Canada. Whether it's a tomahawk steak from Australia or melt-in-your-mouth Wagyu from Japan, they bring the world's best to your backyard. And here's the game changer. Every order is cut fresh on the day of delivery. No sitting in a freezer, no guesswork, just top quality meat, expertly prepared and grilled ready. Planning a cookout? Check out their handcrafted burger patties and small batch sausages. Perfect for taking your barbecue from good to unforgettable. And right now, you can save 15% off of your first order. Just visit butchershopdirect.com and use promo code EatingWild15 at checkout. Plus, get free delivery on all orders over $250. That's EatingWild15 to save, and free delivery when you stock up. Butcher Shop Direct. Premium, fresh, delivered.
Couple people were like, the Smash knows what he's talking about. Could you clarify that?
Here's what I'm going to clarify, Lou. Thanks for asking, jerk. So we clip it, we put it out into the world, and all of a sudden it popped, and we had thousands and thousands of people that took it to another level.
I wanted to ask you on that podcast, but we ran out of time. Would it be similar with beef, like with cows and stuff like that?
It's so funny because I just met with my protein specialist from GFS. I said, do you have an idea of what these prices are going to be and what kind of quality we're looking at? He's like, you want to talk about quality? This is where it's going to cause, a conversation, I think. Happy New Year. Welcome to another episode of the Eating Well podcast. Smash Maleka, Top Dog Prayer, Christopher Showtime Jansen, 2026, boys. Salute.
Cheers, bud.
What's going on, Smash?
Nothing much. Lou, how you feeling, bud? You're looking good these days. How you healing up, brother?
Oh, I'm feeling great, man. Started playing soccer again. I'm eating right, feeling good, feeling strong, ready for 2026.
You need 2026. 2025.
Sure do, buddy. Oh,
you can flush it down the toilet for you, right?
Yep. Yeah. Hey, I mean, there were some good times in 2025. Yeah. Can't complain too much, but let's get past it. Let's start something new. Just like all of us, we're looking forward to something new.
Yep.
I can't wait, man. Now, speaking of 2026, we took a little hiatus in the beginning of the year, spent some time with the family over the holidays. I'll ask you first, Siege. How was your holiday, buddy? How was things? The last time we had a pod, I believe it was just right before Christmas, man.
Holidays are always good, especially when you get 2 weeks off work. Got sick a little bit thanks to the kids, but what do you do? But buddy, we ate good. I didn't get out of my pajamas much. I didn't shave, even though I'm clean shaven now for today because I'm back. I'm a corporate monkey back at work. But it was good, bud. It was really good. Ate some really good meat from the butcher shop. Shout out to them. Shameless plug. But It was good. Anytime you're with your family and friends, and it just seemed like the time goes by so much fast when you're not grinding.
Yeah. And Lou, you were busy with the family as well. You guys were sick in the beginning, if I remember, like earlier, before the holidays, right?
A lot's been going around the GTA. I feel like everyone had a cold. Someone in their family had a cold, and it just kept spreading around with all these get-togethers. And that's what happened to us, but we still made the most of it. We still had great times. We saw tons of people, and it was great. Can't complain, man.
What about you, Tom? What'd you do, bud?
Great question, Siege. I'll be honest. The same thing. The flu bug got the family pretty hard. My kids were sick. We didn't even celebrate Christmas with my wife's side of the family on Christmas Day, and so we celebrated Christmas on the 28th as well, just because of how big the family is and whatnot. And my side of the family, my mom's side of the family, my kids and my wife. I shouldn't say my kids. Victoria and Andrea didn't even come because they were so sick. They were bedridden. So they got it hard all the way up into just after New Year's, to be honest. They were down and out. But listen, man, 2025 is gone. Yeah. 2026 is here. Boys, I got to tell you something, man. 12 inches of ice on Skoogog at Christmas. Can you guys, when's the last time we've had 12 inches of ice in December in the Kawartha Lakes area? I can only imagine what it's like up north. And I think the boys, and I say boys, I mean everybody, is the ice fishing season came early for a lot of people, boys.
Yeah, despite being 14 today.
True that. Yeah, it is actually pretty warm out. But the fever, man, I got the fever. I got a trip coming up next week to Lake Nipissing. I can't wait. Me and the family, we're going up for an annual trip. But before we get to that, I want to just touch base with you guys. Just a little bit of a year in review. We don't have to have a whole episode on year in review, but just some of the things that stuck out to you guys last year. And then we'll get into 2026, what's happening with Eating Wild. A lot going on. But Lou, I'll start with you, brother. 2025, fishing, hunting, eating, trips with the family, whether Europe or whether you're here. What sticks out to you, bro? What was 2025 like for the Top Dog Pereira family?
Oh man, I think just living it up at our trailer as much as possible. Going up there for 4 days a week for a lot of weeks was great, and getting to know the local waters, fishing a lot of smallies, largies, chasing some muskies, and it was just fun. Getting made some good friends up north at the camp, and just getting to hang out with those people, and it's like a new family has been started over there. So looking forward to going back this spring and creating more of those memories outdoors.
Beautiful, man. Well said. Yeah, Siege, how about you, buddy? You had an action-packed summer with the family, fishing. We could talk hunting. We could talk about our new popper that we invested.
Oh yeah, I was a lot of family trips this summer. You might have saw me on the 400 North a lot, pulling my Legend boat, and it's packed. I have to put the boat cover on. I'm not that guy. I don't really worry about the elements hitting my boat inside, but I have to put the boat cover on because we pack so much. We have so much stuff in there. So yeah, I did a lot of 400 North this summer. A lot of good times. Went after different species a little bit. Didn't have great chance of getting lake trout to try to get them. Couldn't get them, but got some, some of those burbots or not burbots. What is that one thing? I can't remember the name of the one fish with the real lockjaw. Bowfin.
Oh,
That was really cool to catch that.
We talked about that with Taro. I remember you were saying you popped one.
Yeah, so that was really cool. Hunting wise, besides our nip trip, it's the only time I really hunted this year. That's my resolution for this 2026 is it's hard for me. You guys know how it is. You only have so much free time. So it's either you're on the water or you're in the field. And I always lean towards the water. But this year I told myself I'm going to be in the field a little bit more, especially waterfowl, to do a lot more of that, especially around the London area. I know some places and some people now. So I'm looking to do that. But we had a great hunt at Nip when we got the geese. If our listeners didn't listen to that one episode, that was a riot that time we went out. But yeah, do a lot more hunting this year. And maybe I would like to, for guest-wise this year, I really enjoyed Alyssa Goodenough. I really loved that episode with the science. Yeah. So I'd like to get a little bit more scientific this year as well. Yeah, I might do the whole moon phase stuff and looking at that stuff. I don't know, man.
That sounds good, man.
Like giving people real tips.
Yeah, real tips, not just
not fake news, Lou.
Yeah.
Fake news.
Fake news. Well, boys, I got to tell you, man, 2025, a couple things actually stand out for me. that CISA event was really cool. That bass tournament, being around some of those absolute legends in the game, like Bob Azumi and Big Jim McLaughlin and, the Johnson brothers, the Joeys and Brian Bickle. Like, it was really cool. Cooper Gallant and his pops and then his whole family was there. It really was an eye-opener for me to be a part of that because I know you, Siege, and Lou, and especially Dan, you guys follow the Bassmasters, the Elite Series quite closely. And after that event, I absolutely became hooked. And I never thought that I would watch fishing on TV like I would a hockey game or I would a baseball game or, after hanging with those guys for a weekend, it was truly an eye opener for me because the work that these guys put in, just to see how much work these guys were exhausted, man. After that, they come off the water. It's like they put so much into it, and it's like they weigh their fish, they get in their car, and they're gone. Ciao, see you tomorrow morning back at the launch. So that was really cool. CanCast 2025 was a big pop for us. Got rid of a lot of spices. Muskie Brawl, of course, a Muskie Brawl. That's
man, I can't believe I forgot to mention that.
Can't mention a year without the Brawl. Those guys were beauties, and it was a really fun year for me with Eating Wild. I would think for me, Siege, our hunting trip was special this year, and I'm going to tell you, this is probably the first year that I shot a goose, which was awesome, but didn't get a deer. But the experience I had with Lou, even though it's not the best memory of all times of him getting hurt like 2 hours into our trip. But I got to tell you, man, we did make the best of that whole situation. I had a laugh at Lou from the hospital. And you know what? Like it's just a story now. It's like I remember being with Lou in the hospital, and it was like, hey, get the guy the sling. And, I'm out in the hallway dancing like a goof trying to, get some attention so this guy can get a poor sling on his arm. And I've
had to explain this injury so many times, and
I bet,
and especially over Christmas, right? And then everyone's asking me, so you're gonna hop on a 4-wheeler again? And what do you think is going to be the first thing I do once I get to the hunt camp?
You're going to jump on the 4-wheeler.
Brap, let's go.
Well,
you got to get through snowmobile season first.
Yeah, we got to brap, man. Like this is nuts. People are already brapping out there like crazy. The weather is good. I mean, today is brutal because it's so warm. But listen, man, it's early in the season. 2026 is here. And speaking of 2026, the season starts for us in a few weeks, boys. We're going to be at the Toronto Spring Fishing and Boat Show. We don't have our booth number yet, but we'll share it in episodes to come. Some familiar faces going to be there, boys. I was on the phone with Moose and a couple other people that are going to be at the show. But Paige Gallia, she's going to be there, a good friend of ours. I think Blue Collar, Andrea is going to be there as well. It's going to be an action pack. There's the boat. I think the boat presence, from what I hear, is going to be a lot bigger this year, which is pretty cool. But are you excited about this one, brother?
Yeah, I hear there's a lot of tackle companies, like Canadian tackle companies, going to be there more than last year. And you guys know me. Well, you guys are too, just tackle junkies. So I'm looking to support local business and get some new secret weapons so I can outfish Lou this year.
How about Theo?
Oh wait, I already do that. Or no, do I? Yeah, I do.
Is Theo going to be there? Do you know if Theo's going to be there?
Yeah, Theo is. He's going to be there. Tackle One's going to be there. So I assume that Pro J is going to be there. We're going to be there representing Gagnon Sports and Extreme Marine and the Butcher Shop. But there's going to be a lot of vendors, and fingers crossed that it's not a snowstorm.
Yeah, Lou. I know we used to be one of those. The four of us. This was our annual trip we used to do when we were younger. The Spring Fishing and Boat Show. We get together for Muskie Sundays, which is happening. Jim Sarek will be there. But what for you, Lou? What gets you excited about the show? I know we're going there now as media and stuff like that, but you as somebody that wants to walk around there, you have so much shit, man. Do you really need to go there? Are you looking for anything new? What's happening? What have you been hearing on what's on the market, man?
Yeah, we obviously got a ton of gear, and it's not like we need more, but I mean, especially with Theo stuff, all his JDM stuff, D-Style, all those cool brands. They have all these really, really intricate, tackle hardware stuff you can add to hooks, little accessories you add to your line to help the bait move a different way. Like, I love all that stuff. That to me is like the real fun stuff to check out and talk to these nut jobs that are into bass fishing like this, and they love showing you all the new stuff coming out of Japan, and it's so that for me is what's really fun, and obviously connecting with everyone there and just getting the feeling back for getting ready for the outdoors again.
I really thought you were going to say the karaoke at night was going to be your...
Well, yeah, I mean, that's good too. I don't know if Moose is setting that up again this year, but sign me up.
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
sign him up, man, because I'll be honest, that was the highlight of my show last year. Me and Lou tearing it up with Ashley Ray.
I know.
You remember
Rob,
that, Lou?
Rob from Extreme Marine loved, loved the little solo that we gave him.
I think they kicked us off the mic at one point. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this too. There's a couple of reasons why I'm looking forward to this. It's because just seeing the faces that we've made, we've made some new friends and contacts the past few years with the podcast. And I feel like it's almost like we're going there to, see everybody, like, Ron James. Last year we got to have him on the show, and then I got to spend some time with him at CISA as well. And it's like, I can't wait to see him, if he's going to be there. I don't know 100%. But if Ronnie's going to be there, it's like you just can't wait to catch up with these guys and talk fishing, talk hunting. Mike Miller, I don't know if you guys remember Mike Miller and his daughter. Last year we had them on. I can't wait to hear if he popped this. I'm sure he did. I mean, the guy's a weapon out in the wild for hunting, and his daughter's now 1 year older from when we seen her last year, and she was. I can still remember that interview when she was like, "I love hunting bear and I love popping bears," and it was just like, wow, did you get one this year? So I can't wait to talk to them. Hopefully that we run into them. But for me, it's the Kickstarter of the year, man. The Spring Fishing and Boat Show is one of those things where, you go there and you get excited, you buy all this stuff. I'll be honest, by the time ice is out, you almost forget you bought some of this stuff, because sometimes I find stuff. It's like, oh my God, when did I buy this? I remember this, but I'm looking forward to it, man. And again, that for me, that's the whole reason for this, is getting together with you guys, walking around the show. But we haven't actually
meeting the listeners in person, because they're always talking to us on Instagram and showing us pictures. To actually put a face to the person, it's great. And I love looking through people's phone. That sounds really bad. When they show me their fishing pictures.
That sounds weird, man.
I'm sorry, man. I just got canceled. Wouldn't be the first time. But I love when they show me, like, this is a lake I went to, and I know you guys fished it before. I heard it in the podcast, and look at the size of this. That, to me, I like talking to the pros, don't get me wrong, but just the average guys, they're my people.
Absolutely, man.
It's funny because when we're at these shows, it's like everyone shows Tone food pics. Everyone shows Siege lure and fish pics.
Yeah.
And I get nothing. I don't get pics, which is
no,
good.
They show you, they compare x-rays. They show you x-rays, Lou.
Listen, man, I pop, all right? I don't only cook. I pop on the water. I'm sick and tired of this, all right, man?
Yeah.
I hate to bring this segment to a halt, Tone.
Yeah.
But before I forget, I keep getting this question on the Instagram.
Yeah.
The last post that Volva did about the Alaskan crab.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to know, because they saw the post. Did your relative end up paying you for that crab?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he actually did.
Okay.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's the question? Because I got better questions from
Go
other
ahead,
people.
Lou. What's the question you got, bud? Go ahead, Google. I'm listening.
A couple people were like, the Smash knows what he's talking about, because they actually do process some crab in Canada.
No,
so could you clarify? Could you clarify that for us, please?
Here's what I'm going to clarify, Lou. Thanks for asking, jerk. Listen, man. I told everybody so first of all, the clip that everyone saw was clipped. So if you listen to the podcast, you probably heard the whole conversation, right? So when I ordered my crab from Darlene, who, by the way, I'm giving her a second shout out. She said we made her famous, by the way. She called me today. She's like, so many people were calling me saying, have you listened to the Eating Wild podcast? They were talking about you. And it's funny, when she mentioned to me, because it all started from the label on the box when the crab came into the shop. And like I said, when my cousin seen that it was processed in China, because it says it right on the box, he was like, well, I don't want it. So your
cousin's got a thing against China, first of all.
Yeah, he didn't. No, this is honest to God truth. He didn't want it. Lou, he didn't want the crab. He's like, this isn't real Alaskan king crab. It's not a real Alaskan. So we got into this argument.
Made in a factory in China.
And I'm calling my Allseas rep. I'm like, why are my cousin, everyone is saying that this crab isn't from China or isn't from Canada? And she's like, it is from Canada. But like I said, they ship it over to China because they have the processing plants and the labor is cheaper, etc. And that's when it comes back. So if you look at that label on the box, which CJ, I'm going to take a picture so you can share it on Instagram for our listeners and for other people that are close to us that don't believe us. You can actually look at the label and see that it says harvested in Canada with the date. And then it says processing China in wherever it was in China. And then it says
processed
the
or
U.S.
processed.
And then it says there's actually, and then it goes to the U.S.
Tomato.
US from here. So here's the thing. I did a little bit of Google myself because I got fired up today. So you could Google this just in case you're listening and you got a problem with what I said. And like I said, I'm happy to discuss this or I'm happy not to. I can care less what you think. So I Googled this. I Googled, just so you guys know, I said crabs harvest, Alaskan king crab harvest in China is what I put in Google. And this is what came up. Okay. Processing.
Okay.
Some wild caught crab from North America, including Alaska and Canada, is shipped to China for processing, e.g. cooking, sanctioning, freezing, and packaging, because cheaper labor costs and then shipped back to other markets, including the U.S. and Canada. And I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Darlene said to me. So we clip it, we put it out into the world, and all of a sudden it popped, and we had
Huge.
thousands and thousands of people that took it to another level, and it was pretty cool because it was like, wow, some people are, like Lou said, it's fake news, or you have your own opinion.
Oh, but I love this stuff. I love it when people come in and they're like, "Are you sure, man?" They're talking smack or whatever. No, this is great.
It is great. But like I said, when you look at the box and the label itself when it came in, and that's the whole reason why my cousin didn't want the crab. To answer your question, Siege, when somebody asked, did your cousin pay for the crab? He did pay for the crab, and he said it was absolutely delicious, actually. But again, he got scared because it said processed in China. And that's when I had to ask Darlene. I'm like, I'm so embarrassed asking you this, Darlene. Like, why does it say China on the box? She's like, no. It's harvested. It's harvest here and then shipped to China for processing. And then
there's so many other things out there. And we had a guest on a couple of years ago when we were on the prior network. And it was Chef Charlotte Langley, and she owns a seafood canning business. And her prices are a little bit higher than the big conglomerate companies. And the reasoning why she said that is it was wild caught in Canada and processed in Canada as well. So a can of tuna fish might be a little bit more because it's actually processed in Canada. But for me, I like paying a little bit more. I don't want to say I'm Daddy Warbucks by any means, but when both stages are in Canada, or if you're American and both stages are USA processed and harvested, it's worth it. But there's so much there. If you go to the post that's on there, people talk about everything that they came across. They were shocked. I think
I got to tell
potatoes
you too,
is one in Idaho.
Potatoes. I was just going to say that. Potatoes.
It's crazy.
Hey, Eating Wild listeners, are you still searching for that perfect boat?
Extreme Marine London has got you covered with new and used boat sales, service, and professional installation of marine electronics and accessories. Visit their London or Kingsville, Ontario locations today and get ready to make waves and catch that fish of a lifetime.
Extreme Marine is your one-stop marine shop. Check them out at www.extrememarinelondon.com and follow their journey on Instagram and Facebook. Be sure to tell them that the Eating Wild Boys sent you.
I wanted to ask you on that podcast, but we ran out of time. So would it be similar with beef, like with cows and stuff like that? Like, I mean,
yeah. So after we had this discussion, I remember you called me. You're like, "Holy shit, the gram is popping." People are going crazy with the elbows up, this and that, and we were getting into it. We're actually enjoying it. Like Lou said, it was kind of fun to have this discussion because it's so everyone has something to say, and I'm not saying I'm right or wrong or whatever it is, but people always beg to differ. Meat is it's so funny because I just met with my protein specialist from GFS and Michael Kolbs. I've mentioned him before, and they came in and we sat down and, you got to remember the butcher shop has been so close to me over these years. Not only do they support our podcast as one of our sponsors, but I've been buying from the butcher shop for almost 20 years, going back to when I had the restaurant. And people are always going to be competitive. It's a competitive market out there. And beef and vegetables is the two biggest things in Ontario right now, which is probably one of the most competitive businesses in the world. Think of this, Siege, that food terminal in Toronto, all those vegetables, they all are slitting each other's throats. And I know this because Lou, when you were at the pizzeria back in the day, I think you guys had access to buying directly from the food terminal because you guys were connected to a grocery store that had access to go there and buy direct, if I'm right. Does that ring a bell to you?
Yeah, I mean, all grocery stores pretty much have access to the food terminal. So we just, the grocery store was part owner of the pizzeria.
Right.
So whenever we needed something, we're basically getting it straight from the food terminal every day.
And your tomatoes were coming from just a tomato guy. Your lettuce was coming from just a lettuce guy. So with that being said, Siege, for me, I buy from Bondi Produce. Now, what Bondi Produce does is goes directly to the food terminal. They buy everything, and then they'll ship me everything. So it's like I'll get tomatoes, I'll get lettuce, I'll get mushrooms, whatever, straight from Bondi. But with Lou at the restaurant, when they had the restaurant, they were buying their mushrooms from a mushroom guy. So they were getting prices way better than probably what a normal guy would buy from a produce company. But that being said, there's tons of produce companies out there, especially in Canada. So going back to the beef, it's the same with beef. The beef comes from either you buying US prime, or you're buying CBA. Australian beef has made its way into Canada, obviously because of the tariffs and what was going on. But let me tell you something. This meat supplier came in from GFS. I don't buy my meat from GFS. I've been pretty vocal. I've always been buying from the butcher shop. But, again, it's a competitive market out there. And they came in and they said, look, I can lock your prices in for 2026 on Canadian beef. I said, okay, great. What are those prices? He says, I can't give them to you until February because it's like dairy. The calendar year usually starts in February when it comes to dairy and, beef and vegetables. It's transition periods, they call it, which I think is a crock of shit. But anyways, that being said, he's like, I'm going to come see you in February and we're going to talk about locking in Canadian beef. I said, great. I said, do you have an idea of what these prices are going to be and what kind of quality we're looking at? He's like, you want to talk about quality. This is where it's going to cause, a conversation, I think, is that, did you know that these cows are raised in the US, then delivered to Canada for 2 weeks, and now they're considered Canadian. It's Canadian beef.
What?
Yeah, that's right. So you're listening, and I can't wait for this one to be clipped because this is going to be a beauty. Canadian beef, if that cow lives on Canadian soil for 2 weeks.
I'm looking this up right now.
Look it up. When it's harvested, this is coming directly from my protein specialist. This guy's been doing this 30 years, okay? He's like, when it lands in Canada for 2 weeks, it's considered Canadian. So if you're buying, let's say, certified Angus, or you're buying Canadian prime, that cow could have been raised in Tulsa, who knows? And then it's purchased here by whatever for 2 weeks, and they can label it as Canadian. To me, that sounds like it's go ahead.
Let me tell you what I've pulled up off Google. Okay,
sure.
There's it depends on how you label it. So here's what it says for if you cut a piece of meat that says product of Canada. Okay, you go to the grocery store and it says product of Canada on the wrapper for the steak that you're buying, right? For meat, this means the animal must meet specific Canadian criteria, such as being born, raised, and slaughtered in Canada, or meeting the 60-day residency rule for imported cattle.
Correct.
So that's not 2 weeks, it's 60 days, but that's still like So if a cow comes from the States and it's chilling out here for 60 days,
Yeah.
it's
I'm
now
gonna-
considered
I'm gonna-
product
I'm gonna-
of Canada.
I'm actually going to correct you on that. So here's what you don't know, Lou. There are different grades of beef. 60 days means that can be labeled as AA or higher. Did you
Well,
know?
I'm not saying that the meat has been processed for 60 days. I'm saying the cow has been in Canada for 60 days.
And then it's a Canadian citizen all of a sudden.
It becomes a Canadian.
You're right. You're right. But listen.
citizen,
So
yeah.
when you're thinking, okay, so what you're reading is that a cow has to be living on the soil for 60 days before it's butchered.
And it's got he's in a meet
Yes.
the requirements.
So-
So they obviously do like a health check and all that stuff.
So
Yeah.
explain this to me then, boys. And this is how I know my meat guy wouldn't lie to me about this one, no matter what Google says. How do you get select beef that isn't aged 60 days from Canada? Go ahead.
I have no
That's
clue.
different, man. That's being aged. Being
No,
aged
no,
is
no,
after
no.
is after it's processed.
No, so if a cow lands here and it's been living for more than 60 days and then it's processed here in Canada, do you want to know why they can't label it as AAA? It's
Why?
because it hasn't been here for 60 days, Lou. It's been already butchered. And here's the thing. All these high-end places that are selling dry-aged steaks or all these going to Cuts or any of these places, like even Loblaws is doing it. They got these beautiful dry-aged, you can walk in there and see them, dry-aging the beef, and they got, everyone's doing their thing and trying to sell dry-age and selling it for 3 times the price. When you're purchasing that beef, and again, I'm not a professional at this shit. Like, I'm not saying that I'm wrong. I could be, I'm right. I could
It's
be
your
totally
opinion,
wrong
yeah.
on this. And this is also from when I'm talking to professionals. I've been doing this for 30 years when they come to visit me. Maybe they're lying. Maybe it's a sales technique. I don't know. But this is why it's a great discussion. You know that they're not buying that beef, Lou, that is sitting in their dry age machine for probably 3 to 4 months, because obviously the longer the better, right? They're buying it select. They're buying it at its they're harvested. There's no marbling in this meat. I know. I've been buying select. I bought select meat before. It's called select, but basically it's under 60 days before harvested or cut at the butcher. So, for example, when I call the butcher shop, I can say, "Hey guys, what's your price on select? What's your price on AA? What's your price on AAA? What's your price on CAB?" And then prime. And then there's Wagyu and go for, which we don't have Wagyu in Canada, but the US has it now. So the point I'm trying to make is in catering, if I'm feeding 100 people and I want to do a roast, and it's like, okay, I have this select strip loin, whole muscle. That means that it's been aged less than 60 days because it can't be graded. It's got to be graded after 60 days. Again, it goes from AA, AAA, CAB, then prime. It's all about the aging process. So if that cow has been living for 60 days, Lou, in Canada, and then harvested after 60 days it's been here, how can you tell me what the grade is? Because the grade only comes after it's processed. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think what we searched there has anything to do with the grading. I think it's just, how do you say, what do you call a cow? How do you call a cow Canadian? Or it's
Right.
Canadian made if it's been here less than 60 days.
Yeah, I find that crazy too. Like
It's
the
weird.
fact
It's
that
just so weird, man.
it is weird. And for 60 days, and you would think it has to be born in Canada to be,
Right.
but it's all these little shortcuts and it's the way they word things.
So we got to get someone on the podcast from the butcher shop.
I'd
That's
love
what
to
I
get.
feel.
Yeah.
I'd love to get the guy who came in. I don't remember his name, Michael Cobes. I could text him. He brought him in here because we were talking beef for hours. And
Yeah.
again, he wants to lock in prices for 2026, which everybody listening, get ready for February. You heard it from me. First beef is going up 20%. Dairy's going up 14%.
Again?
Yep. It sure is, Siege. And here's what kills me. Every year, Lou, you know this from the pizzeria days, dairy went up every year, no matter what. There's never
Cheese
been a
was so
decline.
expensive.
Cheese was expensive every year, 14%, 15%, 35% cream, 10% milk. But at the end of the day, it's like, is there a shortage? Is that why these prices are popping everywhere? Is there a reason why cheese has to go up so much every freaking year? Anyways, I got to tell you guys something. So the Italian prime minister, she did a speech, and you could probably find this on Google or YouTube as well. And she was saying that, and she was saying in Italian, obviously she was addressing, the public, and she was saying, we want to keep everything Italian. We want to keep our flour. We want to keep our dairy. We want to keep this and keep this. We don't need anybody else in the world. I don't know if she was targeting, Trump or whatever the hell. Again, I don't want to be too political, but basically what she was saying is like, we want to keep everything here. We want to keep everything here. We don't need to import anything because we have the farmers. We have the best, milk and dairy and cows and this and that. Here's a question I want to ask you guys, and Lou, I'm going to get you to Google this if you can. How many Big Macs? We're talking McDonald's right now. How many Big Macs in North America are sold yearly? Do you think Google will tell you that? Because it sure did tell you I was full of shit about the crab.
Oh, come on, man.
Go ahead, man.
You're still worked up about the crab,
pissed
man.
off. I'm pissed off.
Listen,
go ahead. Google it.
What do you want me to find out?
I want you to find out how many Big Macs are sold yearly, roughly, in North America. A year.
Oh, this is going to be easy. How?
Easy.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm pretty sure it's in the millions.
What's your point?
My point is this, okay? The Italian prime minister was saying she wants to keep everything in Italy. They want to buy locally. They're always going to... There's one or two McDonald's in Italy. I don't know. I think there's one in Rome. Maybe there's more. I don't know. Here's the thing. In North America, boys, okay? If there's... I'm just going to put out a number because I don't know if Lou's searching it or not. I'm going to say if there's 25 million Big Macs sold in North America...
I'll tell you right now.
Okay, go ahead.
McDonald's Canada sells over 73 million Big Macs annually.
And that's just Canada. So we're
That's
talking
Canada.
North America.
Siege.
Yeah.
You ready? This is going to blow you guys away. I want to know your opinion. This is just because we're talking about this.
I love a Big Mac.
If they sell 73 million Big Macs in a frickin' year, okay, how many ounces do they put in a patty into a Big Mac? Do you get two ounce patties? Maybe it's 4 ounces, maybe it's 6. I don't know. But there's 16 ounces in a pound. Okay.
You guys want to know how many Big Macs are sold in the States each year?
Oh my God. This is going to even drive this higher. Go ahead.
So if Canada sells 73 million, take a guess in the States.
Oh, I would say 400 million.
I say 250 million.
550 million.
I win, man. Free Big Macs for this guy.
So we're talking
50 million.
We're talking North America now, okay? So we're going to combine the 550 plus the 73 million. So we're over 600 million Big Macs in 1 year, Siege. If you average out 4 ounces of beef on a Big Mac, where the hell are they getting the beef for these Big Macs? Because I'm going to tell you right now, unless there's a billion cows being breeded in Canada and the United States, or I'm going to say billion, I'm going to say a million cows, okay, that should be consuming up North America's beef right there, just in a Big Mac. Tell me. Like,
I can tell you where they get it.
Big Macs have 3.2 ounces of beef.
So 2 patties,
so
2
6,
cheeseburger
9,
patties,
12,
pretty
50.
much.
So 5 Big Macs.
2 patties equals 3.2 ounces.
So five Big Macs would probably be a pound of beef. 5 Big Macs. So if you're telling me there's 600 million Big Macs, divide that by 5, get your poundage. You're telling me that we have over that many cows that get harvested a year just for McDonald's, just for their Big Macs. Let's not even talk about their cheeseburgers. Let's not talk about the Whoppers. Let's not talk about buying your steaks at the store, feeding the whole population of North America, everyone that are meat eaters. So my question to you guys is, what are we eating, boys? I'm not targeting McDonald's here. I'm just saying, what are we eating? What are we eating?
In the United States, this is a great topic, Tone. So there's 2 different meats, right? There's the cloned meat, which just passed in Canada, and supposedly we don't even have to put labels on it to say it was cloned, but you got to say if it meets halal, that's labeled. And then there's cultivated meat, which is lab-grown meat.
Meats what?
Pardon me?
What did you say?
Halal?
Halal.
Okay.
What did you say? Halal?
Oh, come on, man. Whatever it is.
Lou.
Halal.
Jesus, Lou. Come on, man. I
You
got
got me
it.
off my
I
point.
got it.
Come on.
So
Halal.
do you know what the
halal.
difference of cloned meat and cultivated meat is?
No.
There's a difference? I thought
Yeah.
that was the same.
No.
Cloned meat.
So everyone thinks it is the same. So cultivated meat is lab grown. So there's no living animal. And that's what really scares me. And they can make it in a lab and it is like the size of a hamburger already coming out. So that's lab grown. That's not allowed in Canada right now, but cloned meat is. So the lab grown meat, a lot of it, I think it's fine in the States. Certain countries right now are only allowing it to be for pet food, but that's the lab meat. Now the clone meat, what they do is they find, like say if we're talking about cows, they find the stud of the cows, right? Like the Royale with cheese, like it has really good marbling, or it has good genetics. It's a long living cow. And what they do is they take cells from that cow and then they kind of cook it up. And I shouldn't say cook it up. So I'm not Bill Nye the Science Guy, but they take the cells from that and they kind of put it in an egg and they insert it in the female cow. And then it gives birth to that identical twin of that where they took the cells from. So that stud of the cows. And so what their theory is, what they want to do with that is they're not really eating the cloned cows, but they're using them as the breeders. And they're hoping that farmers are hoping they're going to have a better livestock out of it. Now, I think a lot of farmers are against this. It costs a lot of money, first of all. But the fact is that Canada...
For now, it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, now it does. And for all our listeners out there, this is why you want to get your hunting license. You know, fill your freezer for something you got
Real
yourself.
meat.
You know, because that scares the heck out of me. And
Jesus, man.
The fact that Canada said they don't have to put labels on it, it's to me, what are you doing here? At least you know what you're buying.
Hey boys, have you guys ever been to Gagnon Sports out in Oshawa?
Have I? That place is a gold mine. Picked up my new bow there last weekend. Hunting, fishing, archery, they've got everything.
Boys, don't forget the indoor shooting range. Gagnon's not just a store, it's an experience. They've been doing it right for over 50 years.
Seriously? I thought it was just another outdoor shop.
Just another shop. Buddy, it's family owned, Canadian proud, and huge. We've spent entire afternoons in there.
Or skip the trip and shop online. GagnonSports.com ships across Canada, fast, smooth, and packed with top-notch gear.
All right, I'm sold. Gagnon Sports trip next weekend?
Only if we hit the indoor range first, so I can show you guys how to shoot.
Gagnon Sports, 50 years of adventure and counting.
And don't forget to tell them the Eating Wild Boys sent you.
Off the record, a Big Mac is my favorite sandwich in the world. I'm leaving here. I'm going to go smash one right now.
Yeah.
So I have nothing against the Big Mac and everything, but just to know what we're eating. And in Lou, you go to Portugal almost every year. You telling me, like, you know, in Europe or in Portugal, when you're going, look at the eggs you're eating, bro. Look at how beautiful. There's a reason why you could keep your eggs on your shelf.
The counter.
On the counter, and don't have to refrigerate them. You're probably eating the best cheese, drinking the best wine, and you tell me if Portugal is going to allow in, these.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that stuff
cows.
is changing too. A lot of that stuff is changing, but for the most part, the European laws are a lot tighter.
They are
for food quality. So, I'm hoping that they're going to stick to their guns and not change. But we're starting to see like this Western style of foods creeping in to the grocery stores there that you would never see 10 years ago.
Right.
So it's happening, and it's not great.
But there's
even if you look at things like, I love buffalo chicken wings. I grew up on a border town, and the size of a buffalo chicken wing compared to a Canadian version of the buffalo chicken wing, they're like half the size. And
yeah, they're crazy.
Like, I mean, they're probably pumped up with so many John Juice liquid, right? Or John Jones. And it's scary. And then you look at the other meats too, boys. Like, what is that one company? I'm not going to say the name. I will call it Beyond Fake. They came out. I play the stock markets, and at one point in time, I think it was even a year ago, their stock on Beyond Fake was $200. Now it's 80 cents.
Yeah,
it's just
that was
there's so many preservatives in it, right? There's so preservatives and salts and all that stuff. So it turns out plant-based is good if it's not all preservatives. If you go to a restaurant and you get a plant-based thing and they do it all in-house, it's good.
Yeah, but fresh vegetables, great.
Yeah. But the conglomerate companies, these ones that came on, they said it was going to be the next best thing ever. It's all preservatives. All preservatives.
I cook it a lot every day, Siege. And when you smell it on the grill, oh my God, you'll barf. And I'm telling you right now, and I have nothing. I love vegetarians and vegans. I cook for them every day. But when you get that plant-based burger that you're talking about, when it's on the grill, it actually stinks. But
it's all preservatives.
Excuse me. When you eat it, it's actually not bad.
There are some that are better than others, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, they had to study. It was supposed to be the next big. Like they were saying, all the. We're talking about fast food so much here. I hate to do that because we're eating wild podcasts. But they were saying that all these fast food restaurants, they were all going to do it. But all the studies on those companies, like all the preservatives in there, it's just terrible.
No good.
No good.
Going back to McDonald's, I have this fact. This little fact here. You guys asked how many cows will McDonald's go through in 1 year?
Is that you got the answer to that?
Yeah. So
for Canada, you said?
No, for the U.S.
Okay.
For the U.S. So McDonald's will go through 1 to 1.2 million cows every year just for their restaurant.
How much is a cow? What's an average cow? What's an average cow weigh? 1,000 pounds?
It says here.
Because this is simple math, boys.
So they say you can get about 2,000 burgers per cow.
Okay. So divide that by 5 Big Macs per pound. Okay, well, listen, the math is there. I guess it's.
And they're putting fillers in there too, right? I'm not saying it's bad fillers, but it's.
I mean, who doesn't like a McDonald's burger? I'll be honest, my fave. But I just when you have the Italian prime minister, she's doing this rant and she's like, we're keeping our flour, we're keeping our cows, we're not getting this North America, this and that, and then I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wow, how many burgers are consumed in the States? Fast food is huge in the States too, Siege. Like Canada,
everywhere.
we're a speckle on a beach of sand compared to the States. And, I think that if we adapt it, you're right, man, go get your hunting license and pop. Yeah. By the way, just a quick shameless plug here, not even a plug, a fact. We have until the 15th to make sure that you call in your deer, all you hunters out there. I think the cutoff is January 15th to report.
Jeez, I always leave this to the last minute.
You got 6 days, Lou. Get on that.
Yeah, and with that point too, Tony, it's so important to, even if you're not like us, we're not always eating wild game. Let's face it. We like it. We're not always eating it. But to get someone like the butcher shop, and it doesn't have to be the butcher shop, someone that you have a good relationship with, a local farmer, know where the meat's coming from, because I don't know if I want this science meat coming down my kid's throat. You know what I mean? So just know where you're getting it from. If you're not hunting it yourself, I think it's worth more money if you know where that meat's coming from.
Yeah, and it won't kill you to go visit your local farmer. Every small town or every big town, there's always farmers markets, and Siege, where you are, there's so like the St. Jacob, St. Thomas, and going out west, they got so many really good markets, and the Mennonites and stuff like that. You get some really, really high quality stuff. I think it comes down to this though, is money, Siege, because when you label something that is higher end or better for you, it always costs more. And I know what it's like these days for a family of 4. I'm a family of 4. Lou's got boys, so I can only imagine they're probably starting to pack in when they eat. But it's costing me $400, $500 every time I go to the grocery store, and I own a catering company. So it's like, I get it. It's like sometimes, and this is not even being a chef walking through a grocery store. This is just being a person like, okay, am I going to buy the number 2 mushrooms today? They look okay. They're half the price. I'm going to cook them today. I'm going to buy them, right?
You and your family, you guys eat a lot of foie gras, right?
Oh, come on, man. I don't eat foie, all right?
For breakfast only.
Oh, come on, man. Listen.
Girls, foie gras ready.
I'm telling you, Siege, the girls, they eat a lot less than a teenage boy these days. Like my brother has 4 boys. They're all teenagers. My brother's like, Jesus, my groceries are like $1,200 every time I go to the grocery store.
You can't imagine that bill.
I think that, when you come to a grocery store and you see something either on sale, it's not a secret. When something's on sale, that means you got to look at the date. There's a reason why it's on sale. The cow wasn't cheaper that day. Things have expiry dates and stuff, so they got to move product, and sometimes it benefits you. So
ever since COVID, I hate to bring up COVID, it's so long ago, but I really didn't see a decrease in a lot of our products since then. Once they went up, they're not coming down. It's just the norm. That's like norm, eggs and all that stuff.
Yeah. Paper towels. And you remember you needed to pull a mortgage for a paper towel? Like it's crazy how much now all of a sudden there's not enough paper out there, not enough trees.
The bridges are open. We can bring stuff, there's no reason for it anymore. And we're just getting boned.
I'll tell you what, a pack of 22 ammo, real cheap.
Yeah.
Real cheap.
Real cheap.
It's funny you say that, Lou, because I read an article.
Let's go get some partridge, boys.
I read an article the other day, in 22 long rifle right now is like the number one selling thing is just because it's from kids to adults. And then because of the cheapness of the ammo, and you can still get small game and everything for it. It's on a surge right now, the 22s, just because of how affordable it is.
Yeah. I'm excited I'm excited to use my new 22 Siege. I can't wait to bring it in. Speaking of 22, we're going to switch. We got 10 minutes left before we got to say goodbye to the listeners, but Gagnon Sports, you mentioned Gagnon Sports, the shooting range. Mm-hmm. The 4 of us got to go out to that shooting range and really explore some different types of guns and stuff. We had such a blast, but you mentioned 22s. We will be at Gagnon Sports this year. It's the same weekend as CanCast, which is great because we'll be up there and be able to do both. But Gagnon Sports is having their spring show, and we're going to be there, brother. We're going to be there on the Saturday. Yeah,
we're going to be on the Saturday. I believe they call it their yard sale. So they blow everything out, and they're going to have really good deals. We'll be there. We'll probably be doing a podcast from there. And you can see Lou behind the kitchen there. So if you come see Gagnon Sports, hang out, Lou will make you his famous Lou's a Jerk partridge sandwich.
What am I doing?
What is he doing?
We are doing food. We don't know what food we're doing yet. Antonio's in the talks, but we are going to be there with a food truck.
Just so everyone listening knows, Justin, he's the best guy to deal with when it comes. I feel like Justin, the way he buys for Gagnon Sports is the same way he treats. Like he told me straight up, he's like, I don't care what you do. Here's my budget. Bring the truck. I don't want nobody paying for anything.
I'm like, Justin, okay, stop posting on Instagram that you're in sunny Florida. You're killing me. He's been there like 2 months.
Yeah, I don't blame him. It's brutal. But we're going to be doing food. We're going to bring the food truck over, and I believe Justin is going to be taking the bill for all his customers. So literally, you guys, you come there and you can shop till you drop. Your Cooper Gallant will be there as well. Come visit Coop. And, you're going to save a ton of money, and you're going to walk away with sauce on your face because we're going to make sure you eat from the truck before you leave, or come say hi to us. We'll be there, and we're looking forward to that. And the day after Siege, we're going to be cooking up a storm at CanCast.
And then Lou's going to be there at CanCast serving up his world-famous Lou's a Jerk sausage.
Oh, boy, the Lou's a Jerk sausage.
Yes, man.
My mouth's watering already.
On everything. All right.
But there's a catch. You got to come when you come see us at CanCast. Kyle's not buying everyone a sausage like Justin is. You got to purchase something from the Eating Wild guys to get your sausage. And boys, we got our spices. They hit the table.
Yes.
Beautiful packaging. You can see them here on the table. You can go to our website now and you can get Lou's a Jerk. We got the Canadian maple, which is one of my faves. The key lime and lemon pepper, which is obviously popping, and then the piri piri. We've been doing some sampling. We got hopefully we get the spicy dill out soon. But yeah, I mean you can get the spices at King Cast, and we'll get you a sausage as well, and it's going to be a great time again. To me,
Are we making deals for CanCast for our stuff?
Oh boy, Lou, have you ever heard of Black Friday, Lou?
Oh no.
Because
that's like
E-Dub is
Christmas,
doing
man.
Black Sunday on the 29th of March. Come visit us.
wow.
Black Sunday. Here we go.
Oh, jeez. All right. Sounds good.
But listen, man, we got a couple things popping up for us this spring. But before we go, Siege, springtime, we're talking April. Do you think we're going to be able to get out there on the water and get some of those Walters that we talk about? Me, you, and Lou, we go visit Nona Anna at Spago. It's a great trip. That's around the corner.
Buddy,
it's ice out,
What are you
bro.
talking about the spring for? We haven't hit the ice yet.
Because it's the spring fishing and boat show, man. We're going to get popping. Next week, we're talking ice fishing, brother. I'm going.
January 17th to the 25th is the Toronto Boat Show. And guess who's there? Mr. Rob from Extreme Marine.
Yep.
They just got their boats there today, and man, they have a lot of good boats.
Yeah. Have you guys been to the boat show? I bought my pontoon from the boat show, 7 years ago now, 6-7 years ago. And man, when you see some of those boats, who buys
I'm going
those
this
things?
year. I'm going.
It's crazy. Lou, I'm telling you, I know you're in the market for a pontoon, Lou. It's not a bad idea to go and cruise around. And Rob's got some beautiful boats, Siege. I've seen them on his website.
Mm-hmm.
And you might be able to buy Smash's pontoon at the same time. It's going to be there featured.
And Lou will be there serving a Lou's the Jerk.
Get a pontoon with Lou's a Jerk. Yeah.
I feel like I'm your agent, man.
Oh, man. But yeah, Lou, you mentioned ice fishing. We got our trip coming up in a few weeks, the boys. I'm actually going out on Wednesday next week to Lake Nipissing, early ice. I'm looking forward to it. I actually heard that the bite's been slow. And that's just from talking to people that I know that's already been fishing. And
Not for you, bud. Not for you.
Oh, I pop.
You do. You pop.
Yeah, I'm not just a cook, all right, man. I actually fish. I smash. But
speaking of popping, are we playing COD tonight, boys?
Oh boy, that's what I'm trying to get off.
It's the winter season, so yes, I will be.
When we're not on the ice and we're not in studio, the Codfathers.
The Codfathers. Who gave us that name? The Codfathers.
Shout out to our friend on COD, and it was her birthday recently, wasn't it?
Leslie.
Yeah, she's better than all of us. She's so good.
She is so good. Lou, Siege, we met her before Lou started playing COD. Finally, when Lou jumped on, we're like, wait till you play with this girl. She pops. Now all of a sudden you're singing happy birthday to her.
She's better than all of us. It's hilarious. It's awesome.
Yeah. She's a good spirit. And yeah, we're losers in our 40s, and in the wintertime at night, we can't be obviously on the water or in the bush, and we're on virtual video games, throwing grenades and getting killed by 6-year-olds or 6-year-olds.
We're still pulling triggers, man.
Yeah, pulling triggers, man.
Well, it's an action-packed weekend, Siege. You got your Buffalo Bills. Are you ready, brother? Are you ready for it? By the time this airs, you might be really sad listening to this because they could have lost or they could have won, buddy. What's happening? How do you feeling going into these playoffs, man?
Hey, man, I'd show you. This is a PG show, but I can't show you my Bills Mafia tattoo I got.
Okay.
But they're winning, man. They are winning 28-14.
Okay, so if you're a betting man, 28-14, the Bills are going to the next round.
Yep.
Wow. My Niners got Philly, bone job.
Mm-hmm.
We could have beaten Seattle, and we could have had a bye this week and had a home field advantage, but we decided to beat Dump, and we lost. We only scored 3 points. But listen, we're going to go into Philly, and we're going to break it up over there. We're going to send everyone home with a cheesesteak from Pat's. And we're gonna take the flag back to California, and hopefully you see Purdy at the Super Bowl. And hey, man, Bad Bunny, it's gonna be a great great halftime show, man. Bad Bunny, can't wait. Who is that guy again?
He was in Happy Gilmore. There's a lot of hate that he's performing at the show.
That's why I brought it up. Yeah, people are pissed off. I love it.
Clip it,
Does he speak Portuguese? I think it's Spanish.
Lou.
He's good.
Oh, man. Well, Listen, boys, this was a great catch up. I miss you guys. I can't wait to see you on COD tonight. Siege, any housekeeping? What's happening on the gram before we go? We got a couple giveaways in the works right now.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram, Eating Wild Podcast. Follow us on Facebook. Facebook, we really don't have much of a presence. TikTok, we're there. Leave us a review on Spotify and Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. Your reviews really help because we get a lot of good comments. And it's funny how much that helps with the algorithm. And we get better guests that way. We had great guests last year. We probably wouldn't have got years before. We're just growing. So yeah, leave us a review. Hopefully 5 stars. If not, hey man, you give us 3, Tell us it's fine. We'll improve.
Leave us 5 stars. And then if you feel like we're talking smack about something, leave a comment. We'll get back to you.
Yeah.
And if you leave us 5 stars, Lewis the jerk will come to your house and cook you.
What the heck are you talking
what's
about?
with lose a jerk, man? That's going to be our number 1 seller. I already know it.
Man. All right. Anyways.
All right, boys. Listen, Coach, get that tune started. Smash Maleka. We got Top Dog Pereira. Showtime Jansen. We're out of here. Fish on. We'll catch you next week. Ciao.
Get the net.